What's up, YouTube? I want to review Pie by Givenchy. I want to review CK1, and then I want to review Ed Hardy, Love and Luck. Now, first of all, with Pie Givenchy, what you gotta understand, this is a sweet Oriental scent. The sweet Orientals, it's semi-gourmand dish. It has kind of nutty vanilla notes to it, but it's a very refined kind of smell too. So it's kind of an older person scent, like over the 20s age. It's a good option. You just got to test it on your chemistry. It's like one of those scents, you will like it or not. It's pretty much like that. Some people love that scent, and some people don't like the sweetness and warmth to it. So I would definitely say it's one of those scents you have to test on your skin and decide if that's the chemistry you want. And if it's too sweet, then the Pine Neo and the newer versions are always good options. If you're younger, and you want more of a youthful scent, then Pie Neo, Pie Fraîche, all those versions might be a good option. You just have to test on your skin, make sure it has the lasting power, with your chemistry. And with the CK1, that is a very youthful, kind of unisexy citrus aromatic. The called citrus aromatic has green notes and it has various different fruity notes, but it kind of just has citrus. I almost just smell citrus. It smells like it's lacking to me. Like I personally like Orientals. I'm not a big CK1 fan, and it's really a victim of its own success because everybody has worn this stuff. When it came out in the 90s, everybody was buying it and dousing it, and so everybody smelled it. Now it can bring back good memories to some people, yeah, and some people really like it. But at the same time, there's so many of these different scents that have built on that. And they've made fresher smells and they've used a lot of different notes. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend that one. And, with Ed Hardy Love and Luck, okay, here's a new scent from a very tacky clothing designer. You either love or you hate Ed Hardy. So I definitely had to smell that one. I definitely had to check that one and look into that. And overall, like Ed Hardy Love and Luck, it's very fresh. And the citruses they use are not just lemon and orange. And, they use a lot of different citruses for the top in the first place. So that way you get a more balanced out smell to it. It's much fresher. It kind of has, the agarwood and the vetiver and the more masculine, sensual kind of ingredients that they have put in this scent make it warmer. But it's the right balance because they consider this an Oriental fougere. Well, the problem is, you say spices give this warmth. Well, they also make it kind of fruity. Spices can be fruit of the plant. They can be seeds of the plant. Depending on the part of the spice, it can give a totally different aroma. So for this, it's a very fresh, kind of soothing, soapy, clean out of the shower kind of smell. And it's good, versatile scent to wear all the time. The only complaint that I would have would be that the lasting power could be better. But, it still smells good. If you can see it in the discount bin or you really like it, it's a good buy. So definitely that's what I think. Basically back in the 80s, cologne started out with very mossy and dry kind of wood, kind of dry wood, and it kind of smelled, kind of had a very medicinal quality. And then in the 90s, you started out with the gourmet. Late 80s, they came with Jupe and it started to go around. And they started to open up in the 90s with citrus and aquatic and gourmand scents, with a lot more like the sweetness from there. And they used the aquatic to make something kind of alluring and like natural, kind of invigorating ocean kind of smell. And, it made these colognes a lot more fresh. But nowadays, the thing is that we build on that. And we have colognes with those notes, but then we've added the Oriental stuff and the warmer ingredients that you'd think of in a nighttime scent. And they're just in the right proportion so that they can make a fresh scent. They spike it up with just a little more and make it even fresher. And they make it even more like a really nice scent. Like something you won't want to stop sniffing your wrist after spraying. I mean, that's the thing with the perfumers nowadays. And now, they're kind of in a slump. Like, they started out after 2000 with Oriental fougères and aromatic fougères, and they've kind of built, you take like cool water and you add a few spices and you make like basically make new versions of the Oriental scents in the 90s now. You see a lot of stuff in department stores. It's all citrus, kind of fruity tops, and then it kind of warms up into a woodsy dry note, but it tends to have that trend. And you know, clones that are good are the ones that start to create new stuff, and they put different things together, and you have a certain, not even just a genre, but like you get a certain perfumier. He'll have secret ingredients he puts together in every one of his brews that works perfectly. He might do some with patchouli and velveteer and sandalwood and special ingredients that really balance, bring out colognes. And then he ends up making a really nice brew. So you always want to look at who's making this and look for talent over just buying any old thing that people have. You always want to make sure this is the best buy that you can get.